welcome to this morning's meditation. My name is H.O.M.E Prince, and I'm a practitioner here at the Center for Living's Redlands, for Spiritual Living's Redlands. All right, so it's good to have everyone here with us this morning. Let's just take this opportunity right here, right now, to just recognize where we're at. We're right here in this moment. There's nothing else but the present. And so as we prepare for this meditation, let's just sit and relax. Plant our feet firmly on the ground or however it's comfortable for you. Just relax your shoulders and just feel at ease. And let's just take a couple deep breaths. And release. And release. As we move ourselves into our heart space. Our heart space is where we feel protected and safe and nurtured. It is that space where only God resides. And so this meditation is going to take us where I left off the last meditation. And where we left off, we were on a mountaintop. And so we go there now. And we're all together again. As we open our hearts up and our eyes to this beautiful surrounding, there's rocks, beautiful white rocks. There's snow on the ground. The air is so fresh and clear. It's such a pristine place we're in. It's so quiet. It's so inviting. We know that this space, this wonderful, splendid place that we're in, we know that God is present. And we can feel that presence moving through us, in us, as us. And as we go milling about on the top of this mountain, we just take in everything that we see, all the beauty around us. We go out and explore this wonderful mountaintop. We look out over the edges to the far vastness of our world. And our hearts are wide open. We're ready to receive all there is, all the information, all the wisdom, all the knowledge. And as our third eye begins to open widely, we feel that energy, we feel the vibration moving higher and higher. And we're all together in this space. And as we feel the energy of the sun just beaming down on us, we can feel that warmth. We can feel the love. We can feel it just wrap itself around us. And we see these animals. We see the deer. We see the fox off in the distance. We see the bears milling about. And they mean us no harm. They are one with us. And as we play in the snow and we feel the coldness of the snow, we're so present, we're right in the moment. There's no other place that we need to be. There's so much joy on each of our faces. All of our problems, all of our challenges, all of our thoughts of lack or limitation has just melted itself away. And we're just one with the presence of God. Our divine energy, the divine presence, an awakening of who we are. And so as we gather together once again, we begin to make our journey, and we walk together along this path as we make our way to another place. One step at a time, we notice all the beauty around us as we descend our way down from the mountaintop. We begin to notice the pine trees, new growth and vegetation, and just this mystical dew that is falling all around us. We stop along the way to feel the bark on the trees, the pebbles on the ground around us. We smell the flowers that are blooming so beautiful and bright. And as the hummingbirds sing to us, we know that we're in a splendid place. We're in a place so divine and so clear and so welcoming of us. It is pure love, pure love. And this is what we need at this moment, right here and right now. We need love. And so we are together on this journey, and we move further down the mountain, and the animals are with us, and the birds are with us, and the trees are with us, and the flowers are with us, and everything is with us. Every breath that we take just moves through us and creates new energy and new life, new expressions of our thoughts to propel us even further, to raise us to higher heights. And as we reach the bottom of this mountain, and all of the work we've done in our awareness, we are greeted with this beautiful opening that opens out into a beautiful bay. And there are the white sand beaches right in front of us. How beautiful a sight. How wonderful it is that our divine source is treating us with so much splendor and so much wonder in our walk of life. And as we near this alcove of beauty, we all sit down and we just look out as far as we can see. And we are amazed at what we see. And what we see is so much possibility. We don't see any lack or limitation. We see all of us embraced. We see all of us as one. And we see the many possibilities of our existence. And it is wonderful. And we just know that this is where we are. And we are loved. And we are thankful. And so as we return to this space, to this sanctuary, to this room, we feel the love and we carry this energy forward into our service. And so it is.
Welcome. Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together. I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together. Yeah, we come together. Oh, we come together. In the name of love, every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God in each other. Now look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together. Yeah, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. Hey, everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Now see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Here we go now. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, everyone. That was wonderful. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center of Spiritual Living in Redlands. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live and in YouTube. You guys are really missing the energy here in our center. And we love you for who you are. My name is Ed Torres. I am the board president of the Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. And I'm honored to welcome all of you to the Sunday celebration. CSL Redlands is a new thought community living in an ancient wisdom philosophy based on science of mind. The science of mind philosophy was developed in the early 20th century, written by lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes studied truth from all the world's religions and traditions and spiritual paths and developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. CSL Redlands is an open and inclusive community honoring all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are, where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. If you are here for the first time, please raise your hand so we may greet you properly. We're all brothers and sisters. Oh, someone's pointing a hand, I don't know. But anyway, whoever you are, if you're here for the first time, welcome to our center, and we greatly appreciate you being here. A gentle reminder is to silence your cell phones and place them safe away so you can participate more fully. So that's the welcome. Now, the announcements. Yay. Practitioners are invited to pray in the rooms every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. We pray for our center, our congregation, friends, and spiritual director. All are welcome, and that's in the little room back there. Volunteers are needed, as well as food donations for lunch meats, condiments, lettuce, tomatoes, and fruit for the Snack Lunches Saturday food program for the homeless. Without volunteers and donations, the program will not be able to be sustainable after December 31st. So please see Joe Nelson. Joe, would you raise your hand? There he is, for more information. And we know, as our community, that we know this program will continue after December 31st because the universe is abundant, and we know that all will be supplied. Volunteers are also needed Saturday, November 26th for the Vegan Depot. First shift to open the center. The second shift is to close the center. Please sign up with our spiritual director, Sonja. And Saturday, November 27th, speaker will be Reverend Caitlin O'Connell with a workshop to follow. Love donations are accepted, and a portion of the proceeds will go to the Ukraine centers. Volunteers are also needed for Saturday, December 3rd, for the second Metaphysical Holistic Fair. We will need the first shift and the closing shift. Please see our spiritual director, Sonja Prince. And also, before I end this, I just want everyone to know that we had a members meeting this past Friday, and we all said yes to moving the center forward. We said yes to keeping the programs going. We said yes for all that we have to share with our community. So if all of you are in agreement right where you are, I would like you to say yes. Yes. So we are all in agreement to keep everything moving forward, to ensure that the beacon of light in the Science of Mind teachings here at CSL Redlands will always be lit in this community. And so with that, you are magnificent and loved as you are, right where you are, and so it is. Thank you.
I'd like to also mention that December 16th, Beethoven's birthday, we're going to have a big Ukraine fundraiser here. So mark that on your calendar. Details to follow. This is a song I wrote that I thought would be appropriate for Thanksgiving. It's called The State of Grace. When we are grateful for our blessings, then we are in a state of grace. When we appreciate the small things, big transformation can take place. Sound of the ocean in a seashell, sight of the stars in outer space, smell of good food upon the table, touch of a friend when we embrace. When we are grateful for our blessings, then we are in a state of grace. We can recall a sense of wonder, spreading a smile across our face. Thank you.
Thank you, Gilman, for that beautiful, beautiful song. All right, let's just prepare for our invocation, please. I just want to acknowledge first my granddaughters who are here, who are blessing us with their spirit, with their energy, Nyla and Zara. They just fill our hearts, and they're just such an inspiration for me and for Sonja and our family. And I just want to say that on my way here to the center this morning, I made a conscious effort to look around me, to see all the beauty on my way here, to see the lizard climbing on the wall outside my house, to see the flowers blooming even though it's winter time, to see the people milling about, and to see the animals, the birds flying, and to see a beautiful day, a beautiful sunlight, a clear day with mountains and snow on the top of the mountains. And I recognize all of this beauty that surrounds us is from our divine source. It's from our God, who provides each and every moment, who provides everything that we see and everything that we feel and everything that is good about life. And so I acknowledge this present here, right here today, in this sanctuary a spirit of divine energy and source flowing through us, in us, as us, and all around us. And we're so inundated with this energy, this life force that drives us and prepares us each and every day. And we're in this moment right here and right now. And it feels good. The energy feels good. And so we send this energy out from this beacon here in our center. We send it out to our community. We send it out to our counties and cities and to our state and to other states and to the world. And we know that it is good. And we know that it does great things, this energy that we have, as one beacon of light out of many, 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 many. And so we're just sit in that and know that. And we just give thanks to all who make this center, CSL Redlands, so special, so inviting. We thank our board members. We thank those who come and give their energy and time with all the different programs that we have, that we offer to our community. We thank those who help around the center to keep it looking beautiful. We're so grateful to you for your energy and your heart. And we just know that Sonja, our spiritual leader, Sonja Prince, is going to deliver just the message we need to hear today, that you need to hear out there, and that the world needs to hear. And so we just embrace her, embrace the message, and embrace this center and this community as we move forward. And so it is.
Do we have a wisdom reading? Come back, come back.
Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm just in the moment, in the flow, so please forgive me. So, all right. So the wisdom reading, huh? Okay. So we have a wisdom reading here, and it says, healing opportunities manifest everything. So to care for the soul of the family, it is necessary to shift from casual thinking to an appreciation for story and character, to allow grandparents and uncles to be transformed into figures of myth, and to watch certain familiar family stories become conical through repeated tellings. And that is by Thomas More, Care of the Soul. And then we have another reading by Anne Lamont, Traveling Mercies. Families are definitely the training ground for forgiveness. At some point, you pardon the people in your family for being stuck together in all their weirdness, and when you can do that, you can learn to pardon anyone, even yourself eventually. It's like learning to drive on an old car with a tricky transmission. If you can master shifting gears on that, you can learn to drive anything. Wherever you have friends, that's your country, and wherever you receive love, that's your home.
Since we're talking about healing today, I thought of this song I wrote a long time ago when one of my nieces was 15 years old, and she was just fascinated with Egyptology. And her name was Jennifer, so I wrote this song called Jennifer's Hieroglyph. I hope I can remember it. Long ago in Egypt, in a city by the Nile, there lived a lonely pharaoh who'd lived for quite a while. But he wanted to live longer, that's a fact. So he packed up his his sarcophagus and said, I'll be right back. He traveled out to Cairo, on a camel he did ride. He found a giant statue, it's an oracle, he cried. He said, in getting older I've been cursed. I've tried lotions, I've tried potions, but it's only getting worse. If you want to feel the healing power of the pyramids, but you're not involved in solving mysteries of the Nile, you've got to sense the gentle wisdom of the little kid. Jennifer's hieroglyph, it's not a lie or a myth. Outside the Sphinx there stands a verse. It says to jinx the mummy's curse, we must think of others first, and in a while cheeks get pinker as you nurse them with a smile. Mark Antony and Cleo were beginning to digress. All the books in Alexandria did simply not address how to make their adolescent phase revive. Don't want a tomb like Tutankhamun, as they only want to thrive. If you want to feel the healing power of the pyramids, but you're not resolved to solving mysteries of the Nile, you've got to sense the gentle wisdom of a little kid. Jennifer's hieroglyph, it's not a lie or miss. Outside the Sphinx there stands a verse. It says to jinx the mummy's curse, we must think of others first, and in a while cheeks get pinker as you nurse them with a smile. Smile. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. I know that's already been said. It has been a whirlwind week. I could use about 20 hours of sleep. So everything has been beautiful so far, and I want to thank everybody who's participated in the service thus far. And, today is LGBT National Remembrance Day, correct, David? Transgender Day. And so we recognize and I want to do a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives, and there was just a recent shooting in Colorado, I think, where 5 people lost their lives. So we just want to hold them in prayer right now and just have a moment of silence for that. Thank you. And so we recognize all those people who are watching on YouTube and Facebook Live. So hello out there in Cyberland. So we are talking about living everyday wonder this month, and this month is about home. Well, the theme for the year is living everyday wonder, and if you can't find every wonder in everything that you see, you're not looking hard enough, or you're just not paying attention. So this idea of home, the first week I talked about there's no place like home, where we talked about the hero's journey, and I had some beautiful red ruby slippers, and I talked about Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, and how in order to know that there's no place like home, we have to leave home. We have to leave the sanctity and the security of our homes, and we have to go on this hero's journey where there might be some flying monkeys that pop up on our journey. And those things that we have to go through in order to get to the other side and come out. And when we come out, we win. So those were when we win, and then when we return home, there's no place like home. We're not the same. We've grown. So that was the first week. The second week was about roots and wings. And you know how I like to tell jokes. So here's a joke. It says, the ride home from church was full of tears. After the baptism of his baby brother, the 5-year-old Dennis sobbed all the way home. His father asked him 3 times, what was wrong? He never would respond. So were you afraid that the baby would be hurt? No. Were you afraid that they would laugh at the baby? No. Were you afraid that the baby was going to get sick? No. Well, what's wrong, Dennis? Why are you crying? He said, the minister said he was glad we're going to be brought up in a good Christian home. And so he said, the father said, well, isn't that good, Dennis? And he said, no, I want to stay with you and Mom. So this idea of home, and this idea of home is something that ideally it would be a place of love, of nurturing, of getting your roots. We get our roots from our homes, and then it gives us wings. If we live in a loving and nurturing home, it will give us wings to fly and do those things that we are called to do in our heart. But sometimes that's not the case, right? Sometimes there's fear in the home. Sometimes there's anger, resentment, whatever it may be. Sometimes it's not that ideal situation. So now we have to discover who we are and rise from the ashes and use those experiences to move us forward. Like the talk title today is H.O.M.E, Healing Opportunities Manifest Everywhere. So in our struggles is an opportunity to grow, to transform, to transmute, and to do those things that is within us to do. But we have to find those things. So on Sundays, I always do the welcome, and I put a lot of stuff in the welcome that says that who we are, and our philosophy was developed in the earliest 21st century by lecturer and Reverend Dr. H.O.M.E. And I say that because those are the roots of Centers for Spiritual Living. And where we sit is in a Center for Spiritual Living center. So we had, like Ed said, we had meetings and things like that. And one of the things that came out of it, and I forgot to say, I wanted to kind of verbalize this. We are part of a large organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. We have over 400. There's some centers, there's study groups, and there's meetups. There's all kinds of things that we are a part of. So we have a charter with them. So on Sundays, when you come here, you'll learn about Ernest Holmes, our founder, with some things sprinkled in like Joel Goldsmith and Emmett Fox and Mary Baker Eddy. You'll learn some things about that. But our foundation is science of mind. That is our foundation. So those are our roots. So Ernest Holmes, Emma Curtis Hobson, Mary Baker Eddy, and on those people that those are our roots. And so when we dig into this philosophy, it gives us wings. That's what gives us our wings to fly. Because through these spiritual practices that I talk about week after week after week after week, and just saying them a little bit differently, and putting them in different scenarios, we get to pack our toolbox, our spiritual toolbox. And as we pack our spiritual toolbox, we get to take things out and try them on for size and see if they fit. They say that you need to walk in another person's shoes to know what they've been going through. But you need to use your spiritual toolbox and try it on and see what works. and see what fits and works for you. And I heard this thing that somebody said, there's only one diet. They all work. But you got to do what? You got to practice it. You got to do what it says. They will all work if we do what it says, if we practice it. So living this spiritual life, we have tools that we need to pull out of our toolbox that we talk about every week, and we need to try them on. I'm not asking you to do all of them. I'm asking you to put everything I say in the toolbox, try it out, what works for you, and then live using that tool to live your life, to cultivate a better life for yourself. And those things will give us the wings. This teaching and philosophy will give you the wings. And these practical tools that we give you every week will give you your wings to fly, to live a better life. So this week, Ernest Holmes talks about this idea of the hero's journey and how we walk through that and how we can cultivate different things. Like right now it's going to be Thanksgiving, and we're going to be, some of us may be going places, going back to our family's house to have dinner for Thanksgiving. And that can be either a great experience or it could be pretty dicey. You know, there's preparations, and Daryl and I are going to be going, we're leaving tomorrow to go to Reno. Our daughter lives in Reno, so we're going to spend Thanksgiving with her. But if you can remember, I can remember when I was younger and we would have these big Thanksgiving celebrations, and everybody would come over and we'd be eating and somebody be fighting over here, not really fighting, but, disagreeing over here in this corner, and someone's crying over here in this corner. And, when you have a big family, anything could happen. Anything could happen. So based on families, this is how we show up in the world. We show up in the world by our experiences. It teaches us how we show up in the world, really. Because all of us are coming from our own unique perspective. Our own unique perspectives. And this idea of healing opportunities manifest everywhere is just a reminder that you don't know what someone else is going through. You don't know what someone else's life has been like. And so we need to practice some compassion for other people because we don't know what they've been through in their life. Right? You don't know what I've been through. I don't know what you've been through. And everybody's operating from a perspective of where they came from. So we have to allow people to heal themselves. And I think this teaching teaches us, gives us tools to cultivate and to heal those wounds that we have. So when you come here, come with an empty cup. And I might say something that sparks some interest in you to want to write it down or remember it and try it on for size to help heal whatever wound that is. I might just say something that you like, that you need to hear. So there's a quote by St. Augustine, says, "In the morning I stand and see my God, who sheds the light of salvation on my face, who will breathe life even into our mortal bodies through the Spirit which dwells in us and has been mercifully hovering over the dark chaos of our inner being. By this we have received, even on our pilgrim's way, the pledge that we are children of the light already, saved only in hope we may be, But we are at home in the light and in the day. No longer we are children of the night or of the darkness. And I believe that that's what our philosophy gives us. It gives us a way to look and to see ourselves in the light. We are the temple. This is the temple. But we got to go within. We got to go within to see what's in there, to heal those things. And if something pricks you, that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity to discover what was it that you got prickled by. And that's something that is inviting you to go within and heal. So Ernest Holmes says, there is this question, however, which naturally arises: why all the suffering, sorrow, pain? Why has tragedy accompanied the journey of man? There is no other way through which true identity can evolve. So we have to have those stumbles on our path. We have to have those flying monkeys come out and pick us up and knock us down like the scarecrow and pull the straw out of us. By the way, The Wizard of Oz was on last night. Pull the straw out of us, knock us to the ground so we can pick ourselves up, transform and transmute, heal ourselves, because it's ours to do. It's ours to do. It's ours to know how we show up in this world. It's not for me to tell you who you are. It's for you to discover who you are on this hero's journey, because the journey is yours. I heard someone say the other day, I just want to be in my Zen. I just want to be in Zen. I don't want to hear about what happened over there, what happened over here, and I'm throwing other things in here. I don't want to hear any of that. If it's not working for you, you have the opportunity, like we all have an opportunity, to choose something different. We are always at choice, and we can choose. And 1 Thessalonians 5th chapter 18th verse says, in all things give thanks. So give thanks for those stumbles on your path. Give thanks for that. And then in this thing called life, Ernest Holmes says, no fear can remain where faith holds sway. Faith reunites us with the original creative spirit, the divine mind, which already exists at the center of our being. At the center of our being. Isn't that great? Someone said that God played a real dirty trick on man. That he hid that spirit right within us. And we are looking over here, and we're looking over there, and we're trying to read it in this book, and we're trying to get it from this person, when all we need to do is go within. Go within. Go within. That's all we need to do. So I'm not going to stand up here and preach at you. I just want you to take some things with you. And number one, this thing called life, it's a game. But it's an inside game. So you need to go within. Number two, we have practical tools that you can use to discover, to pull out the weeds. In our teaching symbol, there's 3 sections, and I have this friend that always likens one section. When she talks about it, she always talks about planting a seed. You plant a seed, and you pull the weeds. So that's what we're doing. We're finding those weeds, and we're pulling the weeds out. And what remains is the beauty of who you are and who you have always been. And I'm going to close right here. and say thank you. And so it is. And then I'll come back up and we'll do the affirmation together.
This is my favorite Thanksgiving song.
Okay.
I first heard it a few years back at CSL Beaumont and just fell in love with it. But I haven't sung it for a whole year. And just recently, I've been recouping from some minor surgery. So I hope I can do this justice. Oh, my glasses. It's by a guy named John Bacino, and it's simply called Grateful. It's right here. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I'm blessed. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. In a city of strangers, I found a family of friends. No matter what rocks and brambles fill the way, I know that they will stay until the end. I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see, but on the road to the promised land, His hand will shepherd me through delight and despair, holding tight and always there. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. It's not that I don't want a lot, or hope for more, or dream of more. Giving thanks for what I've got makes me so much happier than keeping score. In a world that can bring pain, I will still take each chance, for I believe that whatever the terrain, our feet can learn to dance. Whatever storm life may sling, we can moan or we can sing. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly grateful.
Thank you, Gilman. Grateful, grateful. That was beautiful, beautiful. Our affirmation for today is I am grateful for all my journey. So let's say that together. I am grateful for all my journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That song went perfect with that, didn't it? So I have, I'm going to ask our board president to come up right now. He has an announcement.
Thank you, Sonja.
Welcome.
I want to share something to those of you that are on Facebook and YouTube, and also those of you here. We've been talking about home, and so many of us in this new world after the pandemic lose compass sometimes because we have been stuck at home for so many months, and now we want to be free like butterflies. But the importance of home, and this is something that the membership talked about at the meeting, and the importance of home is what happens in that home. What do we do at home? What do we learn at home? And I'm here to invite you out on Facebook and YouTube, and those of you here, that if you don't have a spiritual home, well, welcome home. This is your home. And what makes this home? This home comprises of helping ladies get off the streets,
Yes.
to come into a shelter, and then to help them find a permanent home of their own. This home helps people that are in various areas that are not seen, in the Wash, in the orange groves, in areas where we don't even travel, and we give them food from our home.
Yes.
Every Saturday they know that there is a meal for them. We don't ask them to come to us. We go to them, to their home, to share our home with them. We help those that are in Ukraine in the winter get boots and shoes for the young adults and for the children that don't have shoes during this winter, and blankets. We take our home to their home to let them know who we are. So I want all of you to know that if you need prayer, it's right here at home with our practitioners and our spiritual director. We want you to know that if you need counseling and guidance and advice, you can come home and get that through our center. That's what home is here. So what our membership has done is we have made a commitment. And I'm asking those of you to know something, that the commitment is not just for our members, but it's for you at any level. But the commitment is that so far 10 of our members have committed $65 per week to make sure that this home can help other homes. And when I speak of other homes, I include all of you, because that's what a home is. So we're reaching out to everyone. If you can do 65, great. If you can do 10, great. But we want to identify, to know on a weekly basis what you would be willing to do for your home. And we appreciate all that you do, but I want you to know that we appreciate you for who you are, right where you are, and that you're always welcome here with no conditions. So I just wanted to share what your home is doing for others. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Ed. That's our board president. He's very focused. So now it's time for our conscious giving. So I invite you to consider that the same portal from which you give is indeed the same portal from which you receive. Let's expand, let's stretch, and become bigger and bolder givers, as well as bigger and bolder receivers. Join me in placing your tithe and your gifts over your hearts, and affirm with me, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. Thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
Thank you, Gilman. So I invite you to stretch out your hands just forward. I bless this tithe and gifts and offerings. Know that they are sufficient to cover the needs of CSL Redlands, which is a successful idea in the mind of God. How good it is to speak this word and know the truth now. And together we affirm it, declare it by saying, and so it is. Thank you. So I just invite any practitioners that we may have, any ministers that we may have, to hold the consciousness of this room as we close our service in prayer. And I see Daryl back there with his hands full, 2 little girls. and yeah, our practitioner students as well. Just holding the consciousness of the one power, the one presence, and being so eternally grateful for the opportunity to come and stand before you today, to breathe this breath of life, and to be the individualized expression of God, of spirit, whatever you choose to call it. You are that individualized expression. And there's nothing to be healed, only truth, the truth that you are to be revealed in this moment, right here, right now. And so I just bless the time that we've spent together. I bless our centers and our people over in Ukraine that we support. You've heard about it. There'll be a concert in December to continue that support. I send out love and prayers to those people who lost their lives in the Colorado shooting, as we remember the people who have gone. Let's remember those people in our lives as well who have gone, and give thanks for what they poured into us, the seeds that they planted into us, so we can rise from the ashes like the phoenix and spread our wings to fly. And so that's who we are at CSL Redlands. We give people wings. We support them right where they are. We are an inclusive community that will love you and support you right where you are. So I give thanks for that. I am forever grateful. And together we affirm it and declare it by saying, and so it is.
I used to think I would always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation. On the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am going with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. Let me hear you. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am going with my mind wide open. Yes, I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. There is no separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation has gone away. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am going with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open.
I wanted to make an announcement. There are some flyers on the back table. There's going to be a movie here about global warming. It's a sequel to the one that was shown already. And what date is that, Iris? Saturday at 3 o'clock. This Saturday? Saturday the 26th at 3 o'clock. And Ed has a flyer. So, and then also, there's a vegan fest on Saturday at 9 o'clock, 9 to 3. And then I just wanted to talk about last night. We had a wonderful celebration. We had the Vegan Depot that was in the parking lot from 9 to 3. And then at 3 o'clock, we had a concert in here with the Clapping Monkeys there. Kirtan, chanting, and mantra band. It was really spectacular. Yesterday, we had a really good time. Jean was dancing in the aisles. We had a really good time. So we're opening ourselves up to more entertainment, more things for the community to bring the community in. We had a steady flow of people yesterday. It was magnificent. The food was good. The vendors were all great. And we had music. We had a DJ here. It was great. And we're doing it again. All right. All right, thank you.